Galactic greetings to thee. It is I, your ever so humble host of the Star Wars Geeks podcast, David Gramillion, doing our very first top 10 video. Typically, I've done Clone Wars reviews in the past. We're going to try to kind of broaden the YouTube aspect just a little bit. So I'm going to try to throw out these little videos every now and then for y'all. Give me, thoughts and feelings and let you know about this and that and the other. The EU being news of the day. I can't imagine why. But I thought I'd throw out my top 10 Jedi. Now, let me say first, this is in no particular order. Don't you dare ask me to actually put them in order, because that's insane. That's crazy. Yeah. So, in no particular order, my top 10 Jedi, regardless of where they're from in Star Wars. The first one off the top of my head is Yoda. I'm not going to talk too much about all of them because this video would go on forever, and who wants to do that? But Yoda, especially in the original trilogy. In the prequel trilogy, but in the original trilogy, you have to understand, by the time Empire Strikes Back rolled around, we didn't know what the Force was. We kind of had an inkling that it was, maybe you could think ahead or see things before it happened or use it to help guide torpedoes into an exhaust port. That's kind of all we knew at the time. So when Yoda started talking about the Force, this was the first time ever that somebody had actually sat down and said, okay, here's what the Force is. And he's spouting off those lines of wisdom that stick with you to this very day. And it's just incredible. Do or do not. Unlearn what you have learned. This whole way of thinking. And he's this little Muppet. You expect, Obi-Wan, Vader, you see all these guys 6 feet tall swinging sabers around. So you expect a great warrior like Yoda, especially one that Obi-Wan recommends, to be this heroic figure, like this guy right out of 300. And it's Yoda. Right there, that just changes everything you were thinking about Star Wars. It all changes right there. So Yoda is definitely up there. Of course, Luke, Grandmaster himself, who rebuilt the Jedi Order, allegedly. Look, I'm going to go off as if the EU is, we knew it was not canon to begin with, so whatever. So I'm just going to go off as if, the stories are still there because they are. What Luke did after Return of the Jedi, I think, was as telling, if not more, than what he did during the movies. During the movies, he grew an awful lot. He started off whiny. Let's go to Dodge Station, make up some power converters. But then he grew to where, by the time Return of the Jedi rolled around, he was a full-fledged, mature adult, someone we can look up to, a true hero of the Republic, which is, yay, character arc. But what he does afterwards, I think, was just wonderful. How he deals with Mara Jade and Thrawn and the Fate of the Jedi series and the Yuzong Vong Wars and all that. How he helps to build a Republic and a Jedi Order and dealing with Kit Duran and just all that is really telling of his true character. So Luke is in there. Of course, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You can't talk about Star Wars without talking about Obi-Wan Kenobi. He is, in the prequels, almost what Luke was in the original trilogy. I would put Obi-Wan's importance in the prequels over Yoda's in the prequels, because Yoda didn't do very much in the prequels at all. He dual Dooku. Whoop-de-doo. Okay. But Obi-Wan had a much greater impact in the prequels. We got to see a little bit of his character development. In fact, I wish that The Phantom Menace had just been him. No, hold on. I like Qui-Gon. I like Liam Neeson. I just think that maybe Liam Neeson should have had more of a mentor role, and Obi-Wan should have been the one to step forward, and this is his first big assignment, and so he takes it on himself, and maybe he makes mistakes, but he learns. He lives, he loves, he laughs. We all have a good time. I thought Obi-Wan's growth in the prequels was just wonderful. Sure, he made mistakes, don't we all? But Obi-Wan is definitely in my top 10. Of course, in my top 10 also, if we're going to stick with the prequels, Mace Windu. Mostly Mace simply because of his dueling abilities. He depending on how you see things, he dueled Sidious to a draw. Some people say that Sidious let him win. Some people say that Mace won. I don't think Mace Windu is actually dead. I think he survived. Honestly, I'm not doing a bit. Scout's honor. I really think Mace Windu survived that fall. But because he was a leader of the Order, because when he spoke, other people listened, he invented his own lightsaber form. I mean, that's impressive enough right there. So Mace Windu is in my top 10. Where on my top 10 list? Again, I'm not putting them in order. Rounding out my top 10 would also be Sindralig. When I wrote Split Horizons, I learned a lot about him. Love that guy. Jaina Solo, the Sword of the Jedi, that speaks for itself. Plo Koon is in there. Nomi Sunrider is also in my top 10. I love Nomi Sunrider. One of my favorite Jedi. I mean, maybe not one of the best Jedi, not one of the most popular Jedi, but she is a wonderful character. Anakin is also in my top 10. Yeah, that may surprise some people, but I give Anakin some credit. Ram Koda. You need to read about Ram Koda. He is... There's a story out there somewhere that needs to be written about what this guy went through. So there's my point for the day. Google, read Wikipedia, read whatever. Read up about Ram Koda. Trust me, that's a great story. And as an honorable mention, I'm going to throw in Ethan Organa. I'm just... I had to throw him in there. And Ethan, yeah... He was a fabulous Jedi. What he did at such a young age, it's pretty clear that his potential was just through the roof. That's why he was a chosen one. He wasn't the chosen one. Of course, if you read my novels, you know what I think about the whole chosen one thing. But Ethan was wasted talent, really, just like Anakin was. I really felt for Ethan. That's a story that kind of gets me right there, man. So that's my top 10 Jedi in no particular order. Who's in your top 10? That's going to be a good one. Tweet it to us at GYGO Official and let us know who's in your top 10. It doesn't have to be in a particular order. If you want to put them in order, that's fine. Just, who are your top 10 Jedi? Favorite Jedi, most popular Jedi, Jedi most likely to kick someone's butt. Doesn't matter. Who's your top 10? We'll see you every Monday night at 8 Central, 9 Eastern. And as always, stay geeky and may the Force be with you all.